What's going on, guys? How you guys doing today? Welcome back to the office. Black Ops 6 continues to disappoint most fans, which brings the question, where did Call of Duty go wrong? Some people say it was more recent with Warzone's release. Others say it started back in the jetpack era with Advanced Warfare. So today I just wanted to discuss, when did Call of Duty's downfall start and what caused it? I was going to play Black Ops 6 for this video, but I figured, why do I have to? Let's go back to the game that's probably considered the most unanimously loved Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Plus we have 925 legends on right now. Let's go. Now don't make fun of my gameplay. This Xbox Series S controller that I'm using right now has the worst stick drift of all time. I mean, just look at this. It just keeps going back up no matter what I do. Just keeps going back up. It's actually stupid. I need a new controller so bad. I'm just too cheap to get a new one for Xbox. Now let's get one thing straight. Even in this lull in Black Ops 6, Call of Duty is still extremely popular right now. For January 2025, Black Ops 6 was the most popular game on Xbox and the second most popular game on PlayStation. Every year, Call of Duty continues to dominate in sales, bringing in billions of dollars in revenue. And with the official announcement of Verdansk coming back in Season 3, it sounds like we're getting a little bit more hype back in the game as well. Oh my god, bouncing Betty, what are you, a loser? But even with Call of Duty's obvious ongoing popularity and sales, there's still a loud minority that continue to bash the game. And I might be saying, why are you saying minority? I mean, everybody's saying on YouTube and on social media that Call of Duty sucks right now. And I agree with you, but that's still the minority. You have to realize that most players, most casual players, don't interact with the community at all. Like, they're not watching YouTube videos on Call of Duty, they're not commenting online about the game. Now, obviously, casual players can still have criticism about the game. Like my friends, for example, say that the game has too many sweats, which I can 100% agree with, but they have no idea what skill-based matchmaking is, and they don't comment about it online. Huh. Oh! Where did you come from? Either group, though, whether it be a casual player that picks up the controller once a weekend or a Call of Duty veteran that plays every single day, they're still spending money on the game. Activision and Microsoft only determines the game's success on that money they get from the game. So they think right now that they're doing good. Like, they're making bands this year. They're like, there's nothing wrong with the game at all. It's perfect. Now, numbers and revenue aside, Call of Duty is in a bad spot in the public eye. Oh my god, look, I got grind. It's like that map from Black Ops 6. Everybody has their own reason for why Call of Duty is in the state it is today, but what's the real reason? You can point at the recent issues in the game, like the cheating problem on ranked, or the game-breaking bugs that don't get fixed, or the connection issues in the game. But I think the problem lies a bit deeper than that. Oh my god. So, like, I didn't realize we were gonna have these crazy sweats here on today that are snipers, that are pro snipers. Ah! Look at that. Oh my god. Ah! This map honestly looks better on Black Ops 2 than it does on Black Ops 6. It's kind of sad. Look how colorful it is. I mean, look at that. Some people say that the cosmetics and the bundles are what ruined Call of Duty, but let's take a look at that. When did that all start? Well, the first cosmetics we could buy were actually in Black Ops 2. You were able to buy DLC camos for all your weapons in the game. And although I wouldn't say that a real-life Milsim operator would use a bacon camo on their gun in real life, I don't think that really pushed players away from Call of Duty. Take a look ahead a couple years to Advanced Warfare. That's when the cosmetics really started to get out of hand. That's when you can use a gingerbread man operator, or you could use like tentacles coming out of your exosuit, some crazy stuff like that. And I mean, that was 11 years ago now. 2014 is when Advanced Warfare came out. I don't think the crazy cosmetics back then are what pushed people away from the game overall. I will give Modern Warfare 2019 some credit. They did go more realistic with their style of the game. Like, their operators weren't out of like crazy at all or nothing like that. But I think the gameplay is more important for Call of Duty than the cosmetics. Sure, don't get me wrong. The operators nowadays and the cosmetics can get way out of hand. But the gameplay is the main factor for me. And I think that's the case for most players. And now you may say, well, skill-based matchmaking ruined Call of Duty. And I'd say you're partially right. SBMM, or skill-based matchmaking, was introduced back in Call of Duty 4. It was kind of a way to keep players that were disabled or had disabilities and allow them to have fun playing the game. Did the dude really try to spawn there in front of my eyes? You're insane for that. Ah! So it started with Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, but you jump ahead another few years to Advanced Warfare. That's the game where skill-based matchmaking really started to take a little bit of a stronger effect. In Advanced Warfare, skill-based matchmaking was a little bit more noticeable, but it still wasn't an issue. Like, connection was the main way to find lobbies. Ping was king. Nowadays, ping is not king. If you fast forward to Modern Warfare 2019, that's when the very strict very unforgiving skill-based matchmaking started to take place. Disbanding lobbies started happening after every single game. It doesn't matter if you enjoyed the lobby or not, you were getting a new lobby no matter what, and it would just keep searching based on your skill. Oh, I don't hit that guy in the back, but okay, nice. Oh my god, these guys are absolute legends on here. 31-3 on Black Ops 2 in 2025 is insane, bro. But the main reasoning for the strict skill-based matchmaking from Modern Warfare 2019 and onward was for player engagement. Essentially what they wanted is for people to stay in the game longer, average, which makes sense. But with this system that we now have, it's punishing players for doing good and rewarding players for doing bad. But I mean, now we've had this skill-based matchmaking for the past, what, 6 years? And it's only getting worse. I swear on Black Ops 6, I gotta drink like 6 Red Bulls and be laser focused just to be positive on Team Deathmatch. Or maybe I just suck. Either way, a majority of players don't enjoy the new matchmaking system. The games are generally harder, the connection's worse, and even if you do find a good lobby that you enjoy, you're gonna get kicked out of it anyways, immediately afterwards. Even though the current matchmaking system sucks in Call of Duty, this isn't what truly ruined it in my eyes. The downfall of Call of Duty comes from the philosophy of how the devs treat us as players. It's how they design Call of Duty now is what ruined it. Now, I'm not gonna say it's entirely the developer's fault. It's more the blame on Activision, the publisher of Call of Duty. But the developers back in the day, they designed these games because they wanted to see us have fun as players. They were passionate about their work and they wanted to bring fun and new ideas while still having that same Call of Duty feel. I just picked up like the most cursed class setup right now. A hammer with target finder and FMJ. Oh my god, this is disgusting right now. I feel like I need to wash my hands after using this class. Oh my god, there's a guy cheating in this game. He's got like a green gamer tag. This dude Wolfman has a green gamer tag even though he's on the enemy team. Something ain't right. But an example of a developer going against the grain and showing their passion was Infinity War with Call of Duty 4. I mean, Activision at the time wanted another World War II FPS game because they knew they sold well. It was a safe bet. They knew that was a good business decision. But Infinity War wanted to make a modern FPS game that they knew players would enjoy. So they went against the grain and made a game that they were passionate about. And it ended up working out in the end. I mean, modern Call of Duties are the most popular versions right now. Another example is with Treyarch and Zombies. Back in World at War, a developer snuck in the Zombies game mode at the end of the campaign. The dude was almost fired for doing that. You have to realize World at War was supposed to be like a serious World War II shooter, and Zombies was considered to be a wacky game mode that didn't fit. But now Zombies is considered to be one of the most popular game modes on Call of Duty. With Black Ops 6 and the most recent Call of Duties, it doesn't feel like they have that passion anymore. Where's the passion they used to have? That's what made Call of Duty so great. They're consistently using sloppy AI artwork and cosmetics in the game. They seem more concerned about the item shop than they do about the gameplay itself. I mean, they keep releasing these $20, $30 bundles when there's still game-breaking bugs in the game. The current Call of Duty matchmaking just makes me feel like a number, just a statistic designed to keep me more addicted to the game. Older Call of Duties made me feel like an irreplaceable soldier with my own unique experiences. I mean, you didn't really know what the next match would bring you. And I mean, sometimes you'd be able to form rivalries in-game. Like some people would stay in the lobby the entire night because they wouldn't disband. It doesn't feel like there's a Call of Duty community anymore. People rarely talk on Black Ops 6, either because they're A, chat banned, or B, afraid of getting chat banned. Some of my favorite moments were hopping in game chat, whether to make new friends or just talk smack against other people. This new game chat monitoring system is just another example of Activision covering their ass in case of a lawsuit, I guess. I can't see them actually wanting to uphold player integrity. I mean, people are getting banned for being on mute. It's insanity. We recently got a rumor that Treyarch is likely making the next game after Black Ops 6, which is probably why the game feels so stale and without identity right now. So, I mean, that to me just kind of shows that Black Ops 7 or whatever they call the next Call of Duty is probably going to be a DLC scenario, kind of like how Modern Warfare 3 was to Modern Warfare 2 2022. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me. Why doesn't Activision want these developers to make a fully fledged polished game? If you look at the comparison between Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, they are completely different games. They feel so different, yet they're both so great. I don't know, maybe Call of Duty needs a break and there doesn't need to be one every year. But then again, it took 4 years for Treyarch to make Black Ops 6, and it doesn't really feel like they took a full 4 years to make that game. I've said this many times before, but I know we will never be back to those golden years of Call of Duty that were once so great. Activision just keeps doing what it does best: make the most money while spending the least amount of money. With the way things have been going this year, I'm just hopeful that something will come up that will scratch that Call of Duty itch that I have. And who knows, maybe with the launch of Verdansk in Season 3, that it'll bring back massive amounts of players in that same 2020 Warzone feel that we all had. Or maybe the next Battlefield game will get me hooked. Only time will tell. Call of Duty's future may look somewhat bleak, but I'm hopeful. Shout out to my only current YouTube member, D. Hirschfeld. I appreciate you, sir. And remember, with great power, there must also come great responsibility. Have a wonderful night.